Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News. I'm Aiden Blank.
And I'm Farah Bojalad. Thank you for joining us. And we begin tonight with developing news out of Utah. President Trump says conservative activist Charlie Kirk has died. Kirk was shot earlier today at a rally in Orem, Utah. Kirk was the CEO and co-founder of the conservative youth organization Turning Point USA, which is based here in Phoenix. At the time of this recording, the suspect is not in custody. Kirk was shot at an event hosted at the Utah Valley University campus. According to the Associated Press, a former Utah congressman at the event heard a single gunshot. Another eyewitness recounted what they saw during the attack.
I knew it was a gunshot tucked behind the corner, and then I saw all the crowd running as fast as I could, and I was worried about people trampling each other. And I saw two college-age girls one was having a panic attack. So I grabbed both of them because she was collapsing and rushed her down underneath the tunnel and got her to calm down, then put her in my car and got her hold of her parents. So.
In a post on Truth Social, the president said, quote, "The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead." The president also said Kirk was loved and admired by all, especially Trump himself. Kirk was a key ally of President Trump and rallied alongside the president during his presidential campaigns. As we said, Turning Point USA is headquartered here in Phoenix. Cronkite News reporter Macy Markham joins us now with more on the reaction to Kirk's death.
I'm standing in Phoenix, just outside the Turning Point USA headquarters that Charlie Kirk founded. It's fairly quiet out here. There's some news crews, and we've seen at least two people bring flowers into the building. Kirk had a massive impact on college campuses across the United States, and he was actually on the ASU Tempe campus just last September, preceding the 2024 election. Now, the ASU chapter of Turning Point USA had a meeting scheduled for today, but we've since learned from their Instagram that it has been canceled. In Phoenix, Macy Markham, Cronkite News.
Charlie Kirk was 31 years old. According to the New York Times, President Trump has ordered all American flags to be lowered to half-staff. The order is set to remain in effect until Sunday evening.
Many are reacting to the news of Kirk's death. Emily Fox Millian joins us now in the newsroom with more. Emily?
Many students and community members are reacting after learning that Charlie Kirk has died after being shot at a rally in Utah. News of the attack spread across social media. While Kirk was a polarizing figure across college campuses, his death has devastated many in the community.
He has two kids. He has a family, he has a wife. And it's hard because he was...
We're also seeing a reaction from Arizona leaders. U.S. Representative Eli Crane saying, quote, "Please pray for Charlie Kirk." And Senator Mark Kelly, a Democrat, shared his feelings that this is, quote, "an example of political violence that has no place in our country." U.S. Representative and Republican Juan Ciscomani also sharing his prayers for Charlie Kirk and his family. U.S. Representative David Schweikert, a Republican, said that he is devastated to hear the news. U.S. Representative Yasmin Ansari, a Democrat, said, quote, "Political violence is never acceptable. This is horrific." And just into the newsroom, Governor Katie Hobbs also shared her thoughts in a statement posted on X, calling this an assassination, asking that we stand together in rejecting violence. In the newsroom, Emily Fox Millian, Cronkite News.
Emily, thank you. This is an ongoing story, so stay with Cronkite News as we continue our coverage.
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at his office in Jerusalem today.
His visit comes just a few days after an Israeli strike on Doha, Qatar. Rubio met with Netanyahu to discuss ending the conflict and the Israeli military actions in Qatar. And Gaza City have drawn international criticism. And President Trump has publicly said he disapproves of the strike.
Every single hostage, both living and deceased, needs to be home immediately. Hamas can no longer continue to exist as an armed element that threatens the peace and security, not just of Israel, but of the world, and that the people of Gaza deserve a better future.
You don't have such sovereignty when you are effectively giving a base to terrorists and a place where they can ply their gruesome trade. So it's the right of every country under international law to defend itself beyond its borders against those who would kill their citizens.
These statements come just a few days after thousands of Israelis gathered in Tel Aviv, where protesters condemn the actions of Israeli government. Last week, Arab leaders met in Doha to discuss and condemn Israel's attack on Qatar.
Welcome back. West Point Military Academy has canceled an award ceremony meant to honor actor Tom Hanks. Hanks was set to receive an award recognizing his work, which supported veterans and the military through the big screen. The award is meant to celebrate individuals who exemplify the motto, duty, honor, country. West Point alumni president says the cancellation was made to help cadets prepare for other assignments. The association did not clarify whether Hanks will still receive the award.
Pope Leo XIV has canonized the first millennial saint. Carlo Acutis was a young Italian man who died of leukemia at age 15. During his lifetime, he created a website to discuss miracles and spread his faith. That earned him the title of God's influencer. Today, Christians from all over the world join together in the Vatican to honor the life of Acutis.
I felt like he related to me because he found a way to use technology and love God at the same time and use them in a way, and I feel like I kind of need to do that, and this generation needs to learn how to do that.
He used the internet for positive things. He used the internet to share his information on the Eucharist with other children, with adults. He's touched my life as an older man.
Acutis has since been named a patron saint of the internet.
Howard Stern said today that he was leaving his longtime Sirius XM radio show, but don't worry, it was just a prank. This comes as his future with the company sits in limbo. Last week, he said that he would address his future, but pushed it back to this week. During the show, entertainment host Andy Cohen announced that he would be taking over Stern's show and rebranding it as Andy 100. Multiple news outlets, included the Associated Press, CNBC, and Variety, all reported that Stern was leaving his show. 10 minutes later, he returned to clear the air about the stunt.
Could Arizona residents be in the driver's seat when it comes to new traffic laws? It looks like they just might, but it's a little unclear. What started as a legal battle in Page, Arizona, now has significant implications for Arizona cities. An Arizona Supreme Court ruling has confirmed that Arizona locals can change traffic laws. And get this, they can even block new projects. Take Page, for example, where the city recently tried to narrow a 4-lane street down to just 2, saying it could provide more opportunities for parking and sidewalks. When the people disagreed, they used a ballot measure to try to block the project. And when lower court said nothing could be done, the case went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of the people. Citizens can propose legislative changes, which means their ideas for change must go to the ballot for a vote. Now, Arizona residents might be able to use their new ballot initiative to challenge other road or infrastructure projects. For example, residents can propose to get rid of the reverse lanes on 7th Street and Avenue known to cause many accidents. Some officials are concerned and have said that this could set a precedent for citizens changing legislation in the works. For more on this story and others, visit Arizona Horizon on YouTube or azpbs.org. Should political donations be shared to the public or should they be kept quiet? That debate is playing out in Arizona as Proposition 211 faces a challenge at the state Supreme Court. In 2022, Arizona voters passed Prop 211. The idea was simple: shed light on quote-unquote dark money used in elections. Supporters say that it keeps politics transparent and requires big spenders to disclose their big donors. But opponents of 211 see it differently. They argue that forcing donor disclosures raises concerns about privacy and free speech. They also argue that it can prevent people from donating at all. Here's how it works. If a group spends over $50,000 on a statewide race or $25,000 locally, they have to disclose anyone who gave them more than $5,000. Donors even get a notice and can opt out of having their money used for politics. Oversight goes to the Clean Elections Commission.
And that's part of the controversy. Lawmakers say the commission was given too much independence, what they call a super agency with powers that cut the legislature out. They say that violates Arizona's separation of powers.
Backers say that voters just wanted transparency and that the commission is just carrying out the will of the people. But challengers argue that the law will not work at all if parts of it are unconstitutional. That fight is now in front of the Arizona Supreme Court. For more on this story and others, visit AZPBS Now on YouTube or visit our website at azpbs.org.
Join me for the next episode of Horizonte. Former Arizona lawmaker Lorenzo Sierra joins me to talk about his beautifully written memoir and his harrowing battle with COVID-19, which nearly killed him. Did you think you were going to die?
I was not afraid of the act of dying. I was afraid of not living, petrified of not living. That on top of the absolute guilt I felt. Rhonda was already a widow. She's already had to bury a husband, and here I am on the verge of making her a two-time widow. I can't do that. And so right before I was put on the ventilator, she goes, I need you to promise me. I need you to promise me that you're going to fight like hell. And I go, I promise you that I'm going to fight like hell to come back to you.
Don't miss Lorenzo's incredible story of strength on the next Horizonte on Arizona PBS at 6 o'clock on Saturday and streaming online at azpbs.org/Horizonte.